Hey, this is Nick from Remedy667.com, and today is Horror Font Friday. And today we are going to be taking a look at The Corpse of Helen Did Not Give Me Peace. Leave me peace? I don't remember. Either way, let's get started. Alright, so here you'll notice there's a couple different things going on. There's a lot of letters, which is great. There's also different versions of letters, which is also interesting and may come into play at some point in the future, but not now. Right now, we're just lining up one main alphabet, pretty easy. We're going to go through it in order. I have no V. I do have a V. I meant to say G. M and O. L, we already got a D. We will use this R. And I think that might be everything that we have that we can pull from. Let's just put them in a line real quick and get them even to see what all is here. All right. V is going to go after there. LMNO. All right. So we're going to take this P that we already have. Excellent. Here I was about to start chopping an R up. All right. Get it together. I don't think there are multiple E's. They all look to be drawn pretty much this way. So we're going to assume that the F is pretty much the same. And we always move one side down to balance it out. But the way this is, I'm actually going to move the back down as well to balance it out on both sides. And just make it a little smoother. Not like, oh, this needs to be smooth. When I say smoother, I guess less inclined. Less inclined is the word that I meant to say. All right, so there's an I sneaking there. This H we're going to clean up a little bit. Just smooth that out a little. And right here. Oh, did it happen? Hey, look at that. It even remembered our spot. It, however, did not remember that I had moved the I and started flattening those letters. All right, so building a G from a C, but I'm going to use the other C because I believe this was all hand done. And it's going to give us something a little more interesting than we would have gotten otherwise. I'm going to smooth that out, and I'm going to bring this there. And there will be our G. Probably round it a little bit. Give it that hand-drawn look. Round it on that side and again there. I don't like this whole trapping thing that it looks like it's trying to do. I guess if that already exists in the C, I will leave it and use it. And we still need a B. So to make my B, I'm going to take a P and I'm going to move these up a little bit. And I'm going to take a D and bring it down a little bit. And think that's pretty good. Group that. So there's our B. We need a Q, which is going to look really cool with this R. I don't know if the color of my face just changed, but I was doing some keyboard shortcuts and everything that was on my screen just closed out. Because I did the keyboard shortcut to close it that time. It wasn't the program crashing, but it's similar to the zoom in, zoom out. I think if you're like got your finger on one key to the left or something like that, it does the completely opposite of what you wanted it to do or thought it was going to do. So here I'm going to try and make an S. This could be tricky, could be easy. I don't know. Either way, it's going to get like the same amount of time invested in it. This one's going to come at a better angle. Similar to what is at the bottom. And that worked out pretty good, actually. For the top of the T, I'm just going to use these triangles because they're pretty great. And transform, reflect. That's my V. U is going to be strange here because I think I want to use the N and the O. Ah. That's a weird U, and also brought another one of those nasty artifacts in. That U might not work. There's my W. Bringing that up the same way with the T. It's just a... Gonna make that even there. Not sure if it should have went to the right or the left, but it's a little late in the game. Gonna erase the center. Go straight across these, which I guess I do that with Z's quite a bit. It does seem weird with this font. I'm not 100% convinced that it's going to work. So X is what's left, except for our K and J. And our J is going to be weird because our U is a terrible, terrible thing. So let's delete that. This U is actually going to work better, more compressed, I think. This it's not hand drawn enough. I hit space to get the straight line effect, hoping that that would look good, and it was totally unacceptable. So K and X. K is going to be pretty easy. All we're going to do is cut off the top of the R. And that's it. We're also going to bring this up. Now we can make the X. And I think I'm going to bring the Y into this X also. I may not. I don't know. I like just said that. Now I'm already... I think that's going to be my X. So the Y looks weird. The Z looks weird. A lot of it looks pretty weird. But you know what? I think it's passable. Group, up. Group. Let's get the align back to the center. And there we go. That is our alphabet of the week. Thank you for joining us for Horror Font Friday. This is Nick from Remedy 667, the best horror fonts on the internet. Check us out at remedy667.com, and we'll see you next week for the next episode of Horror Font Friday. Have fun. Stay safe. Go do something cool.